But this is just my opinion. Well, my opinion. That's how I keep saying. This is just my opinion. No, this is just my opinion. Yeah, I understand. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Hello again, and welcome to This Is Just My Opinion. This week I'll be talking to you about my opinion on the film Manos, The Hands of Fate. Now, I have read a lot of places and I've heard a lot of people say that this is possibly one of the worst films ever made. I completely disagree with that. There are a lot worse films than this. There are so many worse films than this. It's untrue. Starship Invasions is awful. There's lots of worse films than this. But the thing is, I don't find this really that bad a film because it does what I think film should do. It entertains. And whether that entertainment comes in a way that was meant by it being a seriously entertaining story and film that's well made, or whether it comes in something that wasn't meant, as in it's so awful that it makes you laugh and makes you feel entertained by just how bad it is. I think it's one of those. I think Manos is one of the best it's so bad it's great films I've ever seen. It's a really good film to just sit and have a good laugh at, and just, you don't need to think too much about it, because if you think too much about it, then you're going to go, hang on a minute, none of this makes any sense. But I don't care that it makes no sense. I don't care that some of the acting is awful. I don't care that some of the bits of film are reused and that they're just really not well done or well made. The point of it is that this is a film that you can enjoy because of how bad it is. Not in spite of how bad it is, because it is something that just brings you joy and it's fun to watch. It's especially if you're in a group. If there's 2 or 3 of you watching this, you can just have a great laugh, ripping the shit out of it. But just I love films like this. I love films that are not meant to be funny, but are funny, and are not meant to be something that you kind of go out of the theatre thinking, oh, that was a good laugh. But it makes you do that because they entertain in a different way. They bring unexpected entertainment. It's that great thing of watching something that you expect to be one thing and turns out to be something else. Now, I've seen bad films. I've seen films that have just left me thinking completely and utterly like, what a waste of time it was watching that film. What a waste of time it was making that film. And they have done nothing for me in any way, shape or form. They haven't entertained me in one iota. And Manos is not one of those. Manos is a really good film to just sit and have fun with. And so I don't think it's one of the worst films ever made. I think it's far from being one of the worst films that's ever been made. I think it's an unexpected pleasure, and it's a good, fun film, especially if you're watching it in a group of 3 or 4 of you or whatever. It can be really, really good fun. And there are plenty of B movies out there that are exactly the same. B movies and things that you, when you watch them, they just lighten your day because of the fact that they are so ridiculously awful, but you can't help but laugh at them. And that, I think, is a really good thing and makes this a good film, not a bad film at all. So that's my opinion on Manos, Hands of Fate. If you disagree with what I've got to say or what I've been saying about Manos, then please let me know. The link is, as always, on the comments, and you can let me know what you think of Manos and whether you agree or disagree with me. It would be good to hear from people out there. Also, it'd be really cool if you could like the videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Well, this is just my opinion. Well, my opinion. That's how I keep saying. This is just my opinion. No, this is just my opinion. Yeah, I understand. This is just my opinion. No, this is just my opinion.